Every Tuesday, I'm going to be uploading a 5-part series on how to trade support and resistance successfully. So we're going to bring it back to the beginning. We're going to start off in the classroom, show you the understanding and theory behind support and resistance, and then we're going to bring it to the charts, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to trade support and resistance successfully. Now, I've had a lot of people recently telling me my support and resistance training is amazing. The way I teach it is incredible. Some have even said that it's better than smart money concepts, but regardless of what people say, I genuinely believe support and resistance is the foundations of success at trading. You will not be successful if you do not understand it. It's the fundamentals of everything. I believe every other strategy that is taught out there has stemmed from support and resistance, but people have kind of worded it or taught you in a different way. I mean, for example, here people say, or when I trade the binary destroyer, my members say that I trade like smart money concepts. The trades that I take are based off smart money concepts, but they're not. They're just based off support and resistance. And I feel whatever you're taught out there is just a different version, or it's renamed, but in reality it is just support and resistance. You know, people will call it supply and demand zones, support and resistance, institutional levels, retail levels, whatever. It is support and resistance. I've had traders that have said to me that support and resistance doesn't work, that you should trade like an institutional trader, and I've gone to see how they trade and they can't trade support and resistance. They don't know how to do it. Or they trade like an institutional trader and in truth it is just support and resistance. They've just perhaps renamed it, or it's been taught in a way that is different to support and resistance. You know, they've called it perhaps an institutional level, but in reality it's just a higher time frame support and resistance. So I want to cover everything in this 5-part series, okay? Because I just genuinely believe that is something everybody has to learn, right? I'm not a guy that will kind of, I can't swear, but I'm not some guy that will lie and tell you something different to sell something. I'm not into that, okay? For example here, right? Let me just bring up a blank chart, right? And I'll give you an example here, right? And I'll bring up a naked chart, right? This here is a candlestick. That is all it is a candlestick. But people out there will rename that, or they'll call it something different to get attention, to sell you something. You know, they'll go, oh, watch this secret strategy about candlesticks that only bankers know. It is just candlesticks, right? It's just an engulfing candle, right? It is exactly a bit like support and resistance. You know, at the bottom here, you will have a support line, right? That's a support line based off the 1 hour time frame. I'll give you an example here, right? Let's have a look at the daily, okay? And you've got a nice, there you go, a nice break and retouch on the daily time frame. Now that is literally just support and resistance, right, off the daily time frame. But people will tell you something different. They'll tell you perhaps it's an institutional level, it's a supply and demand level. These are where the bankers are buying price from and taking retail traders out. It is what it is, right? You can have whatever theory you want around it. It is just support and resistance. So in this 5-part series, we're going to bring it back to the beginning. I'm going to show you the basics. I'm going to show you how to trade it successfully, and yeah, just how to make money with it. So what we're going to do is in this video, okay, is I'm going to just basically trade support and resistance, naked price action. I'm going to get you all excited and ready for the next video, which is going to be part 1, which is going to drop not this week, the following week. And well, basically part 1, we're going to do some classwork work, understand why it works and why it doesn't work, and how to avoid the successful support lines and how to avoid the non-successful. Because yes, support and resistance is crucial, but there will be certain levels that will get broken and there'll be certain levels that will get held. And it's understanding which one of those levels will hold and which ones won't is what's going to make you profitable. So yeah, let's head over to the charts now, and I will show you the magic behind support and resistance. So on my charts in front of me, I have pure price actions, pure candlesticks, nothing else. I haven't got the binary destroyer, I haven't even got moving averages. On the left screen, I've got USD CAD 5-minute time frame. On the right, I've got USD CAD 1 hour time frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to press play on this simulator. We're going to fast forward it I'm going to find a setup. I'm going to explain to you what USD CAD is going to do, which direction it's going to go into, where my target is. We're going to take a trade, and then we're going to wait for USD CAD to hit my target. Now, before I press play, I want you to understand that learning support and resistance is not just about watching one video, okay? It is a lot of chart time. Many years ago, when I used to trade support and resistance, or I guess I was a bit like you, you trade support and resistance, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't work, and I just could never understand why that would happen. Sometimes support and resistance would hold and sometimes it wouldn't hold. Anyway, I was watching a guy on YouTube, doesn't trade anymore, by the way. This guy doesn't trade. He used to teach people. He doesn't teach people. He's a multi-millionaire from trading support and resistance. Literally, that is all he traded, was support and resistance. And he ended up just retiring and spending time, or what, I don't know what he did now. But anyway, I watched this video, I joined his course, and what I thought I knew about support and resistance, I had no idea at all. Basically, right, you can, if price is in an uptrend, you can tell exactly when that trend is going to reverse just by looking at the candlesticks, the momentum, the length of a pullback, the length of a trend. Just by looking at that, you can tell when a trend is going to reverse. You can tell when a support line is going to hold, when a support line is not going to hold. And there isn't some secret recipe that only bankers know. It is literally just understanding what the charts are telling you at that time. That is literally all it is, and that's what I want to teach you. So if you're here, right, for example, I've just got candlesticks. I have nothing else on my charts, just candlesticks, and I'm going to show you how to read it. Obviously, I won't show you in this video, but it'll be on the next video. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press play on this simulator just to show you that I'm not cheating. I haven't rehearsed it or anything. Okay, so I'm winding it forward in 3, 2, 1, 0, stop. So I've stopped it here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down here. I'm going to wait for a setup, okay? So what I can instantly see is, obviously, we must have a higher time frame resistance at the top here because we've got a big sell-off on the 1 hour. And I can see we have a little support line just here. Okay, so I want to see what happens right now on USD CAD, because at the minute it's in a downtrend. But is it in a downtrend though? That's the main thing, because if it is, it's going to break this support line here, which it has just broken that support line, and that would have been a nice little sell just there. If you go to the 5-minute time frame, you'll see a nice little break and retouch just here. So this is the 5-minute time frame. You see that nice little break and retouch? So price is probably going to drop from this level, but I'm not going to be taking a trade from here. Okay, so we come back up and retouch this level. Okay, now we go. Okay, so we're slowing down at this level. Okay, so this is good. We're slowing down from this level. Okay, so I am not going to take a trade just here, even though I know price is still going sideways. Okay, so we must have somewhere on the higher time frame, so the higher time frame than the 1 hour, we must have a support line just here on maybe the daily time frame, because price is holding here. Okay, so it is basically holding at this level, so there must be a reason why this happens. Okay, so now it's coming down. Okay, now it's coming back up. Okay, so giving you an interesting example what's happening here, right? You know how price came down like this here and then price went back up? This is where a lot of traders would get trapped out, right? And there isn't, it's not because the institutions have got something against you, right? Because what would happen here, there'd be sellers here and there'd be buyers buying here, right? So you'd have sellers getting stopped out, you'd have buyers perhaps buying off this support line here, and everyone's getting stopped out. You're getting stopped out if you're taking buys, you're getting stopped out if you're getting sells, because price literally comes down, comes all the way back up, and then comes back down again. It is literally a trader's nightmare. Whatever trade you take in this scenario, you're literally getting stopped out. There isn't some secret recipe or source on why this is happening. It's not because the market's got something against you. It's just understanding why this is happening. And I won't tell you in this video, but basically the reason why it's happening is because there is a higher time frame support line here. So there's going to be a lot of traders. I'm sure we might be coming up from this level. Okay, if this is a support line that's going to hold, okay, and again it's done here, it's done the exact same thing. See again, price comes down, traps traders. Okay, see that right there? You would have literally had here traders selling here, and then like, yeah, price, I'm in money. Oh wait, I've lost money. do you know what I mean? Right? It's not a good time to trade at the minute. Okay. This is just basically, there is a higher time frame support line. Okay. So now that support line's been broken, and this is where I'm going to sell. I'm literally, so I am going to sell. In fact, I'm going to take a sell right here. So we're going to come down, okay? We're going to come down here to this level here. So I'm going to target this. I'm going to take a trade right now. I'm going to take it off the 5-minute time frame. I'm going to go for a 20 pip stop loss. So I'm going to risk, I'll bring this in here so you can actually see. I'm going to risk 20 pips for 20 pips. Okay, so nice little scalp. We've got our stop loss here. We've got our take profit here. Watch this trade now go nicely into profit. I'll do candlestick by candlestick. Okay, so price comes down, bang, instantly. How did I know that that was going to happen? Like I said, I'll save it for another video, but basically what you've actually got here is, we had at this level here, you had an absolute nightmare of traders getting stopped out, right? You would have bought from this support line here, and you would have just got took out here. You would have again bought from this support line here, and you would have got took out here. If you did the opposite and thought, you know what, I'm going to sell at this break and retouch here, I'm going to sell at this break and retouch here, again, you're getting stopped out. This is an absolute trader's nightmare, okay? But what I looked for was, okay, if we actually break it down, again, I'll be a bit quick on this one. You got a low there, you've got a lower there, and you've got a new low there. Okay, so 3 consecutive times price went lower here, then it went lower again, then it went lower again. We didn't go any higher from here. We had a high, we had a lower high, we had a lower high. In fact, if you look even further, we actually had a break of a price failed to go any higher, and now we have a nice little break and retouch and come down. Okay, if you go down to the 5-minute time frame, again, we had that initial impulse move up, trend down, uptrend, come down, bang, resistance area just there, price drops. I'll actually explain it into detail, because that is just literally the quickest reason on explaining how it actually happened. But you can actually go into detail and look at the certain candlestick patterns, the strengths of trends. So if price is going up, measuring how far it's going to go up, and then from there you'll be able to measure how far price is going to pull back, and you can literally take the trade as it pulls back, and then you can take it long again. It's like winner chicken dinner. So yeah, I wish you all the best with your trading, and I'll see you on part 1 of how to trade support and resistance successfully. So I will see you in the next video.